What's happening, everyone? It's your boy ShaneSlays coming to you with another PUBG console settings video. Alright, so let's get one thing straight, man. PUBG console is getting serious. Like, the skill gap is actually getting, like, serious now. GameSir controllers, all effects sticks, and people have been playing the game for 8 years. It's getting harder and harder, and I mean, I don't want to talk about how they're buffing SMGs, but yeah, they're doing that, which is cool. But anyway, so if you're struggling with settings, maybe I can help you today. So I'm going to be showing you mine. Now, I want to make it clear, I don't think I'm very good at this game, so it's whatever, but people ask me for my settings and they want an updated video, so I'm doing it. However, what I will say is that I've proven that I am legit. I've done hand cams, I've done port cams, so I've proven there's no macros, there's no bullshit, there's no Cronuses, alright? So, as shit as you may think I am, as shit as I think I am, I'm proud to know that I'm like
Oh
one of
no.
few like gamers
No.
on PUBG console who've actually gone out of their way to prove they're legit beyond doubt. Like, I sat there on stream with my fucking, like, look at this clip right here. I sat there on stream with my fucking Xbox next to me, okay, with my controller in my hand,
A little
right? Like,
bitch.
and I had you can see my empty USB ports at the back of the console right there. You can see them, okay? And I had my controller in my hand plugged into the front port. And during that live stream, anytime someone wanted to see my cord on my controller, they could see my cord on my controller. So I was pretty much proven beyond reason of doubt that I wasn't cheating. So anyway, I'm going to show you guys a couple clips of me hand camming, a couple clips of me doing this and that, and then we're going to get on to the settings. So I'll see you in a second.
I just knocked one right.
Still hitting me. One of them's on the roof or what?
All right, boys. So back to it. Anyways, like again, I've said I'm not that good at this game. I'm not great, but you know I'm not cheating. That's one thing you know about me is I'm not cheating. I've spent hours tweaking it in the game mode. I've spent hours just playing this stupid ass game. As much as I love this game, it is a flipping stupid ass game. So you know I'm legit, all right? So I hope you take my advice and I hope you listen to what I have to say. So the first one I want to talk about is I want to talk about dead zones. You need 0 dead zones because your dead zone is in the center of your stick. And the bigger your dead zone is, the less you can use the center of your stick. And it's like when you're coming to like aiming at someone close range or even far range, whatever, and they're going left and right, you want to be able to like micro adjust your aim. Okay, so I just don't understand why you wouldn't want to have 0 dead zones. I understand you might have stick drift, but it's 2025. I really recommend like researching new like professional controllers like GameSirs, the new Scuff Valor, the new Power Fusion Pro 4. All these controllers all have what are they called? They're called Hall effect sticks, right? They're called Hall effect sticks, and basically they use magnets so that there's no stick drift. There's literally 0 stick drift. You can calibrate the controllers and you can recenter the sticks a million times if you want, if you feel like it. I mean, I calibrate my game so like every 3 days, I'm being honest with you. So anyway, get one of them controllers, get yourself some Hall effect sticks in the controller, whatever controller it is, just get some Hall effect sticks, get on 0 dead zone, and yeah, that's all I've got to say on that subject. And then onto the sensitivities. So we've got 5 raw forward running sense. I've spoke about this before, and I stand by this. I know this is I know this is real too because I got on my friend's account last week, okay, and he has 50 forward running sense on, like everyone does. Everyone thinks, oh, my forward running sensitivity to max, I'll be able to run better or whatever. Bro, I got on his account and I was on 50 running sense. When I landed with my parachute and I started running forward, I immediately could feel it. Like I could feel like it felt like I was stuck running forward. When you have low on your forward running sense, you can go left and right quicker. Like you can wiggle left and right quicker. So please test this one out and let me know in the comments what you think. Like experiment, let me know. I'm convinced, okay? I'm convinced that this is better. Anyways, now we're on to the movement sensitivity. Obviously, you want that 100. Vertical sensitivity multiplier. I think the last video I had 116, so I've gone up to 117. Not much difference there. 20 general sense because just why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you want to be able to like turn around as quick as you can? It just yeah, put your general sense to 20. All right, stop being a bitch. That's my advice. Over the shoulder aim in 20. That's not necessary, honestly. I find that shit's quite high sometimes. Like sometimes I do think about turning that down. I'm not gonna lie. So mess around with that. All right. So now we've got 1x sensor 6.4, 2 on the 8.4, 3 on the 9.1, 4 on the 9.9, 6 on the 9, 8 on the 10, 15 on the 20. Because the 15 just moves slow as shit if you don't change up to 20. And yeah, that's it for my sense. Gameplay and function. There's something I want to show you guys actually. Um, I want to show you guys this additional action queuing. Make sure you put that on. A lot that's off. It's off by default, but you want it on. And what that's going to do for you is when you're reloading in a gunfight and someone's looking at you, when you finish your reload, you can't aim. It's like half a second where you just can't aim properly. Okay, so what this does is actually if you just hold the ADS button or you hold, your left trigger while you're reloading, you will ADS as soon as you can, like to the millisecond, you will ADS as soon as you can. That's what additional action queuing does. So please, please, for the love of God, turn that shit on right now. Yo, boys, one more thing here I wanted to tell you about. Hold to crouch. If you're not on hold to crouch already, I highly recommend giving it a try. Just give it a try. Give it a week. Seriously, if you give it a week, I promise you, you will not go back. You will not go back. It is 100% superior in every single way. Okay, hold to crouch. You put your hold to crouch on your B, and then you put up on your D-pad to prone, and then you put left on your D-pad to equip switch secondary weapon, equip switch melee. And so that means you can't change your. So this means you lose the ability to change your firing rate and what's the other one? Inspect weapon. And I mean, who really needs to be doing all that anyway? Okay, so yeah, do that. Give hold to crouch a try, please. Give it a week. If you give it a week, I promise you, you guys, you will not regret it. Anyways, thank you.
What are the odds of that? Oh my god. I helped you on the other one, I ain't gonna lie, beam that kid.
They're on the hill, 140.
It's a decent team.
They're getting third party.
Oh, it was Rick Fury.
They're pushing on them.
Oh,
All right, boys. Now we've got the GameSir settings. Starting off with the triggers. I like to keep my triggers around 3, 4, or 5 on the dead zones because I'll be running around in a house or whatever, or just running around in the game, and I'll be accidentally like tapping my triggers. Where it's so like if you have it on 0, you're going to be tapping your triggers accidentally. At least I was. I mean, personally, I was. So I put mine up to 0. I put mine up to 5, and then like 5 and 16, 5 and 17. Yeah, it looks like 5 and 16, 5 and 17. Curve adjustment is linear, which is the first option there. Hair trigger off. Again, that's a preference thing. You want that on, you want it off. It's up to you. And yeah, that's it for the sticks. That's the same setting for both. That's it, man. Now we've got the sticks. Left stick, I have a 0 to 100 on the dead zone and on the anti-dead zone. I have the linear. The first box on the curve adjustment is linear. I have linear on. I like it. It's the way it was before this new stuff was added, and I just like it the way it is. I have my left stick on raw. But then we go to the right stick, and I've got 0 to 100 on both the initial and the anti-dead zone. I've got both 0 to 100. The curve adjustment on linear, again, same as before. However, I have my stick here on circle. I do not have raw. I don't like raw on the right stick. I don't know. It's not for me. Some people love it. Some people swear by it. I'm not into it, man. I'm not into it. So, yeah, got it on just normal circle. Triggers, we've already done that. Vibrations, I do not use vibration at all. This is something important I want to talk about. So, before I used to have my crouch on my right side paddle, right? Now, a lot of people do this. I don't like it because I like to spam crouch. So when I push a building close range, I like to like spam crouch. But sometimes I do it in the open. Just messing around, having fun. I find it fun to do. So I love to spam crouch. Now, if you have your crouch on your right side of your controller, imagine you're holding controller, right? Underneath your hand, like underneath the controller where your hand is, if you're spamming the crouch button in like a intense situation, it's like because it's the same hand that controls your aim. For me personally, it was messing with me controlling my aim. Like I was spamming the crouch button on the bottom, and then I couldn't really like be as precise as I could usually be whilst trying to aim. So I moved when I switched to hold the crouch, which was like 4 months ago. I moved my crouch from my right side to my left side. Now I'm not gonna lie, I sucked for like a week straight doing this. Like, no, more than that, like 2 weeks straight. 2 weeks straight, just doing nothing good. But it paid off. It was worth it, honestly. If I can recommend putting your crouch button on the left side, just do it, man. Just do it. Also, I have my left bumper and my right bumper flipped. So basically, that means that I hold my breath and I shoot with like the same hand. So that's why if you watch my red dot clips, I pretty much hold my breath every single time, and it's because it's basically become muscle memory for me. Like every time I shoot my red dot, I'm like instinctually just hold my breath on the same side. So I shoot my middle finger on my right trigger, and I'm holding my breath with my index finger on my right bumper, right? And it's just so instinctual for me at this point. It's so good. I really recommend doing that. Also, if you look down here in the bottom left corner, D-pad diagonal lock. Make sure you got that on. I don't know if you've ever used the GameSir. A lot of people are using them now. However, um, you ever notice you press up on the D-pad and sometimes it goes to the left instead? It does like the left one, like, or you're trying to pull out a nade and it'll start bloody doing something else. Do you know what I mean? Like that's because you've got diagonal lock off. If you turn diagonal lock on, you will fix that 100%. Also, another thing you got to do, go to the top right corner and click button test. All right, hold the pause button and M, calibrate, open up calibration, do stick calibration. Don't touch anything, let it center. Then do 1, 2, 3. That's that done. Finish. And that's that. Make sure you do that. If you don't do that, your game cell will not work very well because it will not be calibrated. Your sticks will not be centered. You'll probably have stick drift. Like you'll probably sit there with stick drift and controller and be like, feel like you've been scammed, and it's literally because you've just not calibrated your controller. So that's all we got to do. Also on the game surfing, I have a link down below. If you want to buy a GameSir from my link, help me out, get me some commission. I'm now a GameSir affiliate, which is pretty cool. I mean, yep, it's easy to do. Like honestly, I did nothing. I signed up on Discord. It's not hard. And yeah, I hope this video helps you guys. I've done everything I can at this point. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, man, that's it. GameSir settings. Like G7 Pro is coming out soon. I'm getting one. I'm getting one. And yeah, man, just I'll see you out on the battlefield. Stay real, stay legit. And yeah, thanks, boys. Appreciate it. Have a good one.